Happy Friday, guys. Thought I'd start off the weekend with a haul post video. So, on my way home, I saw a sign for an estate sale, and I figured, what the heck, I'll give it a try. I never try these things, and it paid off for me. So, I'm into World War II. I collect some World War II uniforms. I got this World War II M1943 Army field jacket. And actually, not far from it on a shelf was this set of trains. So I picked it up. Uh, Total came to $42. I offered them 40 if I took both, and of course they took it. And I'm happy; they're happy. So I collect World War II uniforms. Here's a bunch of some of my collection. Some of this is original, some of it's reproduction. I I just I'm thinning out my collection. I have a lot of web gear, and when you collect this stuff, it finds you. Relatives, friends, people are generous, and they often give you remnants of their collection or artifacts from their loved ones and things. So when it's special things like that, I try to honor them and keep them in the collection. And then things like this, if I come across them, I will probably flip this and sell it. It's a size 36R. I'm more of a 42, 44 guy. And I tend to collect things that I can actually try on and take photos with and stuff like that. But anyhow, it's in nice shape, so I'm glad to have that, and I'll probably pass it on. And this thing is, so you all know I'm into the G scale stuff and the gauge one. This is 027 scale. So for the price, I picked it up. Earlier in my video series, I talked about my 5 rail project, and these 2 rails are O gauge, and I laid the locomotive on them, and even though it's 027, it seems like it'll run on O gauge rails. So the difference being, if you don't know, I will pull out one of the pieces of track. Here, let's do a straight length. So the track is pretty junky, but I don't know. I was in a shopping mood. So anyhow, here's the difference between O gauge and 027, and it's the height. So the height of the rails from the metal tie on upwards, there you go, is different. The traditional O gauge is the one on the right that I'm centering here, and the 027 is the one on the left, and 027 is shorter rails. So let me zoom in a little bit for you and see if we can get a better thing going on here. So there you go. There you go. That perfectly illustrates the difference. It seems that the rail width is the same, but the height is different. And thus, I think in some cases, yeah, so it looks like the width is about the same, but the heights are different. Traditional O gauge, this one has taller rails. 027 has shorter rails, and I believe there's proportional differences in the modeling of the locomotives and the cars and things like that. But for the price, I'm happy to have it. So it included this slightly beat up missile launcher, which I can probably easily repair. The part was there, the wheels were there, and it looks like it's an easy repair on the truck. These are called trucks. And the missile was included, so I thought that was pretty cool. Generally, things like this, the missiles are always missing. I don't know if it had a sort of foam tip or anything, but it looks like that's missing. But the missile was there, so I'll probably keep it. I don't know. Maybe I'll sell it. Who knows? And I think this is an F3 style locomotive. This style locomotive is actually my favorite. This reminds me of the old vintage black and white Superman series, TV series, and when they say in the beginning credits, faster than a locomotive, I believe they show footage of this style locomotive, and I always liked this style. My dad was a railroad man after his Navy service, and he wound up working for the railroad for like 35 years, and we had no shortage of railroad experiences in my house. Railroad ephemera. I grew up on trains. I've been in the engines before. I'm sure it was an OSHA violation, but or I should say a National Transportation Safety Board violation. But I indeed have operated locomotives in my youth, thanks to my dad. So anyhow, trains have been in my family for a long time, so I'm not as like super hyped about trains as some guys are. To me, they're just a thing, and I've been around them for quite a while. But I'm happy to have these in the collection. This, I think, is a work caboose, I guess. I don't know what you'd officially call it, but it's also missing some wheels, so I got a little repairs to do. And then this thing is it looks like it's an explosive car and explosive carrying box car. It looks like it has a little explosion gag that you have to do, but unfortunately, looks like somebody exploded it a little too hard. So I'm gonna have to use my metallurgy skills and try and straighten this back out. I'm sure that'll be fairly easy with a little anvil action and maybe some ball peen hammers. But all the plastic parts seem to be intact, so I'll just wash them up and keep them. And same thing for the locomotive itself. As you can see, it's a little filthy and dingy looking. I'll clean it up, but overall, I don't know. It's a pretty good score at the estate sale. And on to other things real quick. Here's what's remaining of the Keystone brand G-Scale Army train. I put the locomotive and the coal tender, which I actually think is a wood tender. It looks like they sculpted wood logs in the back. They're in the house on the G-Scale layout right now, and this is the track that comes with it. I think I'm going to put this track on the layout to test this train set, because once again, rails seem to be the theme of the talk this evening. These rails that came with this set are taller than the Markland Gauge 1 rails that I have on the layout now. The Markland Gauge 1 rails look great, but the rails are not tall enough, and it makes the G-Scale cars that ride on it, including the Playmobil one, sort of tap on the railroad ties, and it's like bump 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 bump. So I'm gonna swap the track out. The distance between the rails will work for any one of the locomotives and all the cars and things like that. But it's just a bit of a project. I've got people coming over, company, I had to mow the lawn, all this stuff. Life gets in the way, and these fun projects, sometimes you don't get to them. You guys all know what I'm talking about. So anyhow, that's the start of the weekend. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are all going to have a great weekend, and I'll produce a couple more videos by Sunday night. Bye-bye.